From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
Today we gotta talk about some heavy drama straight from the streets of Chi-Town. The killing of Munna Duke and Oblock Youngin ain't just another headline, it's a deep hit to the whole Oblock fam. A member just exposed the real story behind this hit, and we're breaking down everything you need to know in raw detail. So get comfortable, we about to dive deep into this tragic saga. Let's get it! Munna Duke and Oblock Youngin weren't just rappers, they were soldiers in the streets and vital voices for Oblock, the infamous Chi-Town hood that birthed legends like King Von. Duke, known as Rashawn Vance, was stepping up as a shot caller after Von's passing, holding down the block with serious respect. Youngin, the gritty lyricist from the Jets, was carrying the torch alongside Duke, spitting real Oblock stories hard and raw. Both men were kings in their own right, but their rising stars got snuffed out far too early in a brutal shooting outside an Edgewater spot at 1:20 a.m. Two shooters, precise and cold, waited for them. This was no random act, this was a setup. Both Duke and Youngin caught multiple slugs. Duke died at Weiss Hospital, Youngin at St. Francis. A third guy got hit too but survived. This hit wasn't just street beef, it was a message. Now listen up, this part right here got the whole block shook, all eyes turned, jaws dropped when a trusted member from the streets straight up snitched and exposed to really set up the hit on Munna Duke and Oblock Youngin. This ain't your typical gang beef where outsiders clash, it's some cold, dirty business from within, a straight up backdoor betrayal by people who was supposed to ride or die with Duke and Youngin. Word on the block is Front Street crews started self-snitching, spilling secrets like the streets been a faucet. These killers? Nah, they weren't strangers from some rival set. They came from inside the Oblock circle itself, the same fam, the same fold. This exposed betrayal hit like a bullet straight through the heart of Oblock's trust system, an unthinkable snake move. This type of betrayal ain't about flexing on socials or grabbing clout. It's real, cold-blooded treachery, the kind that shatters street codes and leaves everybody paranoid. Now the street's watching their backs, knowing it ain't just enemies lurking outside ready to pop off. It's imposters inside the circle, those ready to spark flames for their own gain, no matter the cost. When the code breaks down like this, it means there's no safe spot, no real loyalty. Everyone's second-guessing, wondering who's real, who's fake. This revelation turned Oblock's world upside down, showing the dangers from a real inside job, the deadliest kind of betrayal a gang can face. So the snitch's voice is loud now, exposing killers who rolled up with cold intent, no hesitation, no warning. A setup so clean it had Duke and Youngin caught slipping, thinking they still ran their block with respect. But respect don't mean much when the ones you trust pull the trigger from the shadows. The street's been shaken, factions divided, and the trust? Broken beyond repair. Oblock streets run deep with old school beefs that don't quit. We talking about heavy hitters like the Black Disciples, Tookaville, Smashville, and a whole mix of rival sets that been marking their turf for years. This ain't no playground, it's a war zone with scores to settle going back generations. These crews bleed out drama and conflict, always looking for an edge in Chicago's brutal gang landscape. Munna Duke himself was no stranger to heat. Back in 2024, he was named Individual B in a huge federal racketeering case. That label alone put a giant target on his back, law enforcement eyes on him, and of course, enemies trying to take advantage. Add to that his personal entanglement, being tied to Lil Durk's late brother's baby mama, and you got a whole new level of family drama and street politics mixed in. That connection stirred the pot big time, adding fuel and fire to already tense flames. Some in the streets say this hit was straight up payback for past throws, a message sent loud and clear. Don't cross the line with Oblock's leaders. Others say it was a strategic move, a cold calculated strike to weaken the block's power structure. Take out Duke, take out the backbone. Either way, this ain't just another shooting. It's a chess move in a deadly game, where the stakes are lives and respect. This latest tragedy, Munna Duke and Youngin caught slipping and taken down in cold blood, just adds another dark chapter to Oblock's painfully long saga of violence and loyalty lost. Even the biggest players, the ones who run the block and hold weight in hip-hop and street politics, ain't safe from the crosshairs now. The streets turned into a cage fight for survival, an endless cycle where the past beefs keep haunting every corner, and new targets emerge with every bullet fired. This is Chicago's violent legacy cemented in blood, and Oblock's story is the clearest proof. Man, when Duke and Youngin got clipped, it hit Oblock and the whole Chi-Town streets like a damn storm. This wasn't just another loss, it was a heavy blow felt in every corner of the block, and every heart that beat for those legends. Friends and family, they're broken, grieving hard and raw. You see Fat Banks, the mother of Duke's son, speaking out loud and clear, her pain pouring through every word she drops on social media. She ain't holding back, calling out the fake ones who don't respect Duke's legacy, while holding tight to the memories they shared. Her heartbreak shows the real human toll behind the headlines and bullets. This loss stretches deeper than just the music world. It's street heartbreak, a cold reminder that violence still rules the block, ruthless and unyielding. Shots fired in Edgewater ended 2 rising stars, but the ripples of this tragedy crushed the whole Oblock community's spirit, making the streets tighten up with tension like never before. Trust is shattered, with snitches blowing the lid on the killers. Now nobody really knows who's real and who's playing a double game. The block isn't just mourning, it's on high alert. Everyone's watching their back, cause when the circle turns on itself, that's when the streets get dangerous on a whole new level. The Oblock we knew? This loss changed it forever. It's a battlefield out here and the pain runs deep in every face and every block corner. The music might keep their names alive, but the silence after the shots still echoes heavy in the streets. When blood hits the concrete like this, streets don't just stop. It's like the streets caught a fever that won't break. Since the hit on Munna Duke and Youngin, the buzz about retaliation been non-stop, heavy in every hood and every block where Oblock's name rings loud. The chatter? It's raw, real, and full of menace. Folks ready to move, to set the record straight by any means necessary. But there's also some voices pushing back, telling the street cats to hold up, preaching peace and trying to slow down these endless cycles of shootouts and deaths. Social media is on fire with clips and reactions, the youngins hype, haters flexing, and the street snitches spilling what they know. But real talk? The real reckoning, the true showdown, it ain't online, it's on the streets where bullets fly and loyalty is tested for real. Oblock shot callers, the ones holding the strings, gotta be smart, cause rushing to revenge might just spark a full-blown war. But silence? That might only cool the situation for a minute before the fire flares up again. The real ones in Chi-Town, the OGs and the hitters, know this drama ain't close to being over. Every move is a piece in a deadly chess game, and no one wants to be caught off guard. There's eyes watching, fingers twitching, weapons loading. You stay alert or get played in this street game. The coming days could bring more hits, more setups, but maybe, just maybe, some peace talks too. Until then, watch the throne and watch your back. Oblock ain't done writing its story yet. So that's the latest, raw and uncut. Munna Duke and Oblock Youngin lost to a setup from within, a brutal reminder of the street's harsh realities. Stay tuned for any new info, cause this story's chapters keep unfolding. If you feel this one, drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more real street news brought to you with no filter. Respect to the fallen. Rest easy, Duke and Youngin. Peace.